Hello, welcome to the Real Talk on Bangla One. I'm your host, Fozia Hawk, and today we're going to be diving into a very important topic today that's going to be affecting all of us, health insurance. So whether you're self-employed, family, or you're trying to be more educated on these terms, we have all that information today and help you understand about health insurance. So joining me today, we have Peter Conyers. He is a part of the Conyers Agency, powered by NBP. He has many years of experience working with the community, family, and companies to help insure their employees and family. All right, Peter Conyers, all right, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I am excited to be here, and we get to talk about my favorite topic, which is insurance, of course.
Yes, insurance, this is so relevant because we're coming up on the open enrollment.
Enrollment's coming, right? And that's for open enrollment's going to be November 1st, and that's going to be for everybody who's under the age of 65, and this is their only time per year to change what they have or to add a new plan if they want to add a new plan or to choose a new plan. It's a small window, it's a 2-month window where they can do that. But it's coming up a couple of weeks away.
Wow. So what if you missed that open enrollment window?
It depends on why you missed the window. If you lose your job, if you get divorced, if you have a baby, there could be life circumstances that allows you to make a change. It's called an SEP, which is a special exception program. But if it's not a life-changing feature, you're going to be out until next year. So you have to make sure you're prepared for the November 1 deadline.
Okay. Another reason that November 1 deadline is important is because of tax subsidies and tax credits, okay? So who qualifies for those tax credits?
Well, the subsidies and tax credits were originally designed for low-income families, and because health insurance is so expensive, the government wants to give you a little boost every month. So what they do is, it's based on the number of people in your household, and it depends on their annual income of the household. There's a calculation that they use that determines how much you get every month. And it's a monthly benefit that they give you. For example, if your health insurance for your family is $1,000 a month and you make X number of dollars and you have 4 people in your household, the federal government will credit you $500, give or take, so that you're only paying $500 for a plan that's actually valued at $1,000 a month. So it's very beneficial, but you have to meet the criteria.
Okay. So it's very important to sign up now and get everything. So my next question I have is, okay, what are some of the common mistakes people make when choosing a health plan?
The number one mistake people make is they only look at the dollar amount.
Oh.
Their whole MO is worried about how much am I going to pay per month, which is okay. I understand that. But just like everything else, you kind of get what you pay for. So if you're only worried about your premium per month, those are the carriers that are not normally, they look for reasons not to pay claims because it's so inexpensive to them that they have to cut their costs. So if you have a procedure done or something happens, they can deny the claim. Unlike another carrier where you would pay more, they're more apt to just pay the claim and collect your premium and keep the relationship going. So price is not everything in insurance.
So even if you have insurance, it's not guaranteed. If you cheap out on the plan,
It's never guaranteed.
It's not good.
Right, it's not good coverage. It can be cheap, but inexpensive is not always good. Like it's the difference between a Chevy and a Ferrari. Like there's differences in the product.
Right.
And insurance is no different.
Okay. So what if they're older? Do they have to pay more for insurance?
Depends on how much older. Once you're 65, you will age into another type of health insurance called Medicare insurance. And that is for people of 65 and above who are in retirement or approaching retirement, and the government, you've paid into this. It's called FICA tax. You've paid into this as you work throughout your career.
Oh, like Social Security?
Social Security.
Okay.
It's a part of Social Security, but this goes towards your health insurance once you're a senior citizen, so to speak.
Okay, 65.
65 and up.
Okay, and that's a special health insurance, and is that free?
It is not free.
Is that Medicaid? I'm sorry.
Medicaid is the free one, but Medicaid is sponsored by the state of Michigan. It's not a
Okay.
federal program.
Who qualifies for Medicaid?
Low-income families. I mean, and it's based on what you report on your taxes every year.
Okay.
So if you're under, I'll give you an example. If you make less than $22,000 a year, the state of Michigan will assist you with women WIC programs, women, infants and children. You'll get food stamps, you'll get subsidies for groceries and things. But that's a separate, as an insurance agent broker, we're not allowed to dabble in the state of Michigan's business. They keep us out of it. So we go strictly on the federal programs, which is the tax credits and the subsidies, because they're really close together. I mean, you could make $23,000 a year and apply for a tax credit subsidy to help pay for your health insurance premiums. But if you're $1,000 less, they'll move you right to Michigan's aid program. So it's a
Oh my
it's a
God.
fine line in there, and I can't go into the state side of it because they don't let us. But we do the math for you, and we'll determine for you what the best road would be for you and your family. So it takes a minute to calculate, but we do it.
So I'm getting confused between Medicaid and Medicare
Everybody
again.
does. I know.
What's the difference?
Well, like I said, Medicaid is through the state of Michigan.
Yeah,
Medicare is for the seniors,
that's the one. Okay, I got
the
confused.
senior citizens,
Yeah.
65 and up. And then there's another category, which is under 65, which I'm happy to say is where I'm at. I'm under 65. So I have to pay normal health insurance premiums because I'm not on state aid program, and I'm not a senior citizen. I don't get Medicare. So I'm just paying normal health insurance like everyone is.
Okay, so I have another question for you. Okay, how can someone make sure that their preferred doctor or hospital covers their plan, or they're covered before they're
They
enrolled?
need it. Well, what we do is we'll take a questionnaire from every person, basic stuff, name, address, phone number. I find out who your doctors are. I find out what prescriptions you take.
You do all that?
I do that.
Wow.
I find out what hospital network you prefer, and that gets folded into the equation, and then I will come up with the top 3 best plans for you, and then we'll sit down and go through the plans and make sure it fits for you, and the coverage is correct, the dollars are correct, or as close as we can get to being correct, and then I'll enroll you from there. So you're not guessing. Is my doctor going to be in network? Is my prescription going to be covered? We do all that ahead of time.
Yeah, that's important. If you're going to a doctor for a long time, you have that rapport, they understand you.
Right.
And the medicine, if it's not covered, then you're in a bad place.
You have to pay. Or
Pay
the
on
doctor can change the prescription to a prescription that fits with the plan that you have.
Okay.
Like a generic brand, or it can be different scenarios.
So, Mr. Conyers, what's the difference between a more insurance broker and an insurance company? Why would someone go to an insurance broker instead of going directly to a company?
That's a good question. And I get that a lot. And the main difference is that as a broker, you have the opportunity to sell multiple policies from multiple carriers that you're signed up with versus one company, one carrier. For example, if you have to get car insurance, you go to call State Farm, they're only able to sell you State Farm. As a broker, I can sell you AAA, State Farm, Allstate, I can sell you multiple, and it doesn't matter which one you go with to me. I just want to give you the choice to pick the plan that fits best for you instead of just one. So it's a little more flexibility
So you're doing the shopping on behalf of.
on behalf of you.
Okay,
Right.
cool. Because it is confusing. How do you compare prices and what's
Right.
coverage?
It can
So
be tricky, but we do the comparison for you.
okay, thank you so much. My next question is, are there any red flags that people should look for when they're shopping online for insurance?
There's a lot of red flags. You will see on TV, you'll get the Joe Namath people that come on and say, hey, buy AARP insurance. If a company advertises a lot, that typically means that they're spending a lot of your premium dollars on advertising and they're not putting it into your policy. So when you get a lot of stuff in the mail, like when you call to get your car insurance, you're going to get 100 phone calls. The minute you put your name on an application online, that information is sold to the highest bidder.
Spam callers.
And they will call you 50 times a day,
Oh, yeah.
every single day until you block them. But that's the advertising campaign, and that's where their money goes, is to getting new business, not necessarily taking care of the business that they have.
Yeah, so people have to be careful when they put their information online because
Oh, yeah.
you could get bombarded by many companies.
Will get bombarded for
Yeah.
sure.
And that could get confusing because
And you don't know who's real.
Right.
You don't know who's illegitimate. You don't know. So you just trust what they say over the phone, and they're really good salespeople over the phone. Really good.
okay, so
So you have to meet in person. You should, if you can. That's a better way to do it.
you should meet the agent.
Meet your agent in person.
It's really easy to do everything online or on the phone, but you're saying that the safest way.
You don't really know who you're dealing with. You got to be careful.
Yeah. I like how you describe the insurance brokerage versus the big company. That's how mortgage brokerage works too.
Same process.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll be right back after a commercial break. Welcome back to the show. We have a few more questions and we're going to wrap this up. So, Mr. Conyers, so we have a very diverse community, and people from Bangladesh, India, Yemen, different backgrounds. They're interested in learning more about insurance, and they want to work with someone they can trust. So how can you and your office help
Assist with that?
assist this diverse group?
Well, the good thing is that being in Metro Detroit, it's a multicultural tri-county area. So I have translators from Bangladesh. I have Arabic-speaking translators. I have Spanish-speaking translators. So I mean, we can help you with pretty much any language barriers that we run into, and it's pretty common. So, but we're good at covering our bases, so everybody gets taken care of well.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
there
good.
could be a language barrier, and these are complex terms. So
I mean, look at our communities are multicultural. So you have to be prepared for whatever client may call you, and we try to stay on top of it.
okay, thank you so much. And I have another question. So what do you think is your forecast for the health insurance market for 2026?
I get that question a lot because of the administration changes that we've had in Congress, and the cost for our health insurance is going to go up. We don't know exactly the numbers yet because they're not released until November 1st. So we don't know exactly how big the changes are going to be. But as a broker and having our ear to the ground, we've heard that they're going to be pretty high changes. So in order to prepare for that, make sure you call and talk to your insurance agent, have your income together. There's some documents that will help us kind of sort through the best plans for you. One is going to be income, so have your approximate income ready for the year, have the number of people in your household, and just with those two pieces of information, we can begin to weed through the plans that aren't going to fit for you. Either if it's budget-wise or doctors, we can weed through it. But we're coming up to the deadline, so you got to get prepared.
Okay,
Get your
so
documents together.
November 1st is when you find the new
rates are released. Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
So my next question for Mr. Conyers is, who qualifies for health insurance in general?
Everybody qualifies for health insurance.
Who's a citizen?
If you're, as long as you're a documented citizen, everybody qualifies. There are even plans that are available through the federal government for people that aren't citizens but still are here on a work visa. They're going to have an ITIN number, which is just a tax number that they give you in place of a social security number, so that they can track how much money you're earning, and then you'll pay taxes into that. And it will give you somewhat of a subsidy break on it, not like the full federal government amount.
Okay.
But it gives you something to keep you working and generating income through taxes. But so it's good. It's not as good as it could be, but it's something. It's better than nothing.
So it's not to discourage people who aren't American citizens.
Right.
Still reach out, get the information.
Absolutely.
It's easier if you have a work visa.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Well, we're about to wrap this up. I would want to give you the floor for the last moment. Do you have anything you want to say to the audience?
Yeah, you know what? If you know the deadline's coming up for November 1st, just try to get as prepared as you can. Get all your documents in order. Get in touch with your agent. If you don't have an agent, you could call my agency. We're available to help you anytime. We're 6 days a week now, so we're gonna go from now until February pretty hard.
Open enrollment ends on February.
Open enrollment ends December 31st.
That's the last time.
The last deadline.
And it's going to be hard to get subsidies.
It's going to be tough after this. So get what you can now, and we'll try to get you prepared for 2026.
Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in to The Real Talk on Bangla One. Again, I'm your host, Fozia Haq. See you next time.